So over the past couple months, I have gotten this question a couple times. I am his doorman, so let's go let you in. So before I was rudely interrupted by my cat for being the doorman, got a busy day, got a couple good podcast interviews. I have Jeff Hillmeyer on the podcast. He was actually my second interview on the podcast, so I'm excited to have him back on because when we had him on, he just sold his agency big time 3 years ago. And so we'll find out what he's been doing now and kind of, bringing back some of the guests to see what the past 3 years have actually been like for them, which is kind of cool because then you can kind of see the progression. The other thing is I'm preparing for the Agency University today. Got our live Q&A workshop going over some amazing strategies. Got some really good hot seats and questions from agency owners.
I'm Jason Swenk, and I'm answering your questions. And this is Ask Swenk.
And this question is from Jeff. He said, my question is, so you built and sold a super successful agency. Why are you focused on this stuff? If your sales of the agency were as lucrative as you posed them to be, why are you focusing so hard on new endeavors versus going the VC route, stock market route, and something similar? Not to be a dick, but you're advertising your services really, really aggressively, and that alone sends up a couple red flags for me. I'll tell you why I'm actually doing it. I think it's really the difference between success and significance. And my father taught me this. So when you're successful, you sell your agency or you make a lot of money, great. Now what next? Because success is only depending on you. And when I sold my agency, I didn't know what I was going to do next. Everybody does the VC route, invest in other companies, and I find that really boring. Hate that stuff because you're investing in other people that you have no control over. I just think it's kind of some kind of bragging for people that sell their company that, oh, I'm a VC. Like, that just wasn't for me. That wouldn't give me significance because when I was running my agency and all my people were looking at me, I was helping them be better people, helping them be better at business, helping our clients out. I was significant. And we all, as human beings, need significance in some way. And I rate significance very high up on what I hold true. When you're a builder, like I always have to build stuff. I like the journey. I like building things that grow. And I truly love that at the agency. Now, my whole goal was to, after my non-compete was done, was to create another agency. But when my old competition started coming to me saying, hey, how did you get this big client? How did you sell your agency? How did you do this? I loved it and I had significance again. And my wife said, well, why don't you do this as a business? So I did. And then the other thing is I wanted to create a resource that I wish I had when I was running my agency because it's so hard and so tough to do it alone, right? I know you all agree. I wanted to do something I had passion in, that I knew an awful lot, and to provide a resource that I wish I had when I was running my agency. Also, I love the journey. I think I said that already, but I love the journey and I want to build this business up bigger than my other agency. And, to answer your question about selling hard, if you really look at all the materials I have, I doubt you would think that. So let's look at this. I put out 6 pieces of free content every week. 6 totally free that you can digest and do. Okay? All my email campaigns, they help you first. And then yes, when it gets to positioning the playbook or the agency university, there's 4 or 5 emails for each that happen over a month or 2 month period. And what I've found is, and don't take this the wrong way, but most people that question that are not ready to invest in their agency and grow it. Or they haven't digested a lot of free content, so they haven't trusted me yet. So maybe they just see all these emails coming in, but they didn't pay attention to the content that actually could help them out. And then once they got to, hey, would you like to go deeper into all the free stuff we went over? Then they're like, oh, you're trying to sell me all the time. So maybe you just haven't paid attention to all the content that I'm putting out. I mean, literally, I cannot think of any other person doing this that has over 200 podcast interviews, over 200 videos, absolutely free, helping you all out scale your agencies, right? Almost all the people out there, the copycats, all that, they're not putting out free content. They're literally putting up a lead magnet from Facebook, and then they're trying to sell their bogus program, right? That's why I put out so much free content, is to help out the market. And if you want to dive deeper, if you like that stuff, then you can buy the playbook, you can buy the agency university and enroll in that where it helps you out. But so that's why I do it. Now that we got that over with, do you want to jump into the agency university? Well, it will provide you a way to grow your agency faster and easier. I mean, I might as well try to sell you, since you guys think I'm trying to sell you hard anyway. But you should request an invite and join the agency university, where you get to work directly with me. I'm kind of kidding, but I'm kind of not. One of the other things I want to tell you guys is we're doing a live workshop in Atlanta in June. I think the third week in June. And I'm going to give you a website address. If you go to jasonswank.com/workshop, it's only $500. So I'm not making money on this, but it's a way to meet with us for a day. It's going to be a pretty small group, and we're going to go over kind of sales strategies, lead generation strategies, video strategies, all kinds of things that you need in order to grow your agency faster. So if you want to know more about that, go to jasonswank.com/workshop. So I am done with the selling for today.
So I just got back from a run. I did 5 miles. That was the goal. And man, there were so many times I wanted to quit. I mean, literally, I was like, man, I cannot go on any further. I remember getting to 4 miles. I was like, oh, it's a mile, I can quit. I remember even getting to 497 and saying, oh, I got close enough, I can walk the rest. But I just committed to running. And I think a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of agency owners are like this, where if you think back at some of the strategies or some of the action items that you've tried in the past that you treat as a failure, what if you put a little bit more effort into it? What if you extended it another day, another week, maybe another month? What if it turned into a success where it would have been your 5 mile mark?